Yo. Welcome to the Daily Face. We are your hosts. My name is Double O Twin.
Jay Money.
Raj, what's up, car fam?
And this is the episode 6, baby, of the Daily
Episode
Face.
6.
Give me some energy, yo. Come on, man. What's going on, man?
What's up, twin?
We doing some numbers right now. How y'all feeling? Tell me what's going on.
Man, I just got back from out of town. So, first off, I was in Scamania my first time. My first time in Washington. It's about 50 minutes from Portland, Oregon, and I first got to go ahead and shout out Portland International Airport. That was probably, logistically, Portland International Airport is probably one of the best airports I've been to thus far. It's not no glitz and glamours.
And this is a frequent flyer now.
It's a smaller airport, but I'm telling you, like, TSA was on point. Airport was clean. They had real cool restaurant options. But as far as the city was dope. I didn't really get to hit the city as much because, like I said, it's 50 minutes from Portland, Oregon, where I was, Scamania. And this area is Stevenson, Washington. They don't got Uber. They don't got Uber Eats. So it's like a real low-key local town.
This sound like West Bubba. This sound like
it's a local town, but I'm telling you, the views were amazing. A whole bunch of nice mountains. I went on something called the Bridge of the Gods, which is like a bridge over a crazy lake. And if you look it up, it's insane. It's like a small metal bridge. And literally, you're driving over the bridge, going up and down, whatever type of vehicle you're in, because it's metal.
Is it high though?
Yeah, it's pretty high. It's pretty high, but it was a dope experience. I will say, which probably made the experience the best was, I'm a foodie. We went and checked out a restaurant called Screen Door. I got an Uber Eats to the airport, and I will say everything was on point. Now it was a Southern Creole restaurant. Southern Creole. I went and got some fried chicken. We went and tried some potatoes, banana Foster French toast, which was like right on point. They had some lemon Rupert, which was on point as well. And if y'all locals, or if y'all ever been to Portland, Oregon, the people will definitely know what I'm talking about as far as Screen Door. Because when I did do the deep dive on it, I did the deep dive. Yeah. It's 8,000 reviews on Yelp. And Jay, I already know you be on Yelp with it.
I'll be on Yelp with it.
8,000 reviews on Yelp. And I had to just go ahead and be another one on the list. So I got that, and the food was on point. The manager personally called me to make sure everything got to me at the airport since it was my first time trying it. So it was just a cool experience overall. But like always, when I go out of town, it was raining, man. Raining. 3 days, 4 days of just straight rain, just in these beautiful mountains. So I can't complain. Episode 6 with y'all. I'm excited to dive into it. I got some discussions for you. I want y'all to just, be prepared for it. But, how y'all feeling, though? How y'all feeling this morning?
I'm great. I'm rejuvenated. I got my Red Bull in me. So y'all know I got my tall boy. So I got a little kick in my step right now. So I'm cool and I'm glad to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel great. It's episode 6. We've been getting our little buzz. Now, let's get to it.
All right. We can start off with the Tastemakers. Y'all already know what that is. I don't even need no introduction, all right? I'm going D, baby. Y'all heard about him? Texas artist. I'm honestly, I'm kind of new to him. So he dropped a project recently, but from his project, I like the song Rose Gold Flowers.
And that project I did see that project, and it trended high on Apple Music when it first released.
Yeah, so
it did trend high on Apple Music.
Yeah, so he got a nice thing going on. I fuck with his vibe right now, and the project's called Miss Salazar. So it's not too old, but I'm new to it. Texas artist. He's signed to Black Diamond. If y'all know what that is. That's that group of they got that white kid Jonah Rain, they got Young Al, Lil CJ Casino, so they got some people over there. So, but that's my cup of tea with him. That's my Texas little route right now. You gave us the Mexican OT last playlist. So, but I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with D Baby Rose Gold Flowers. Next, I got Kevin Gates. So you already know, straight from the Bayou. He dropped another project too. So we was cranking that together. But from that, I like Right Where I'm Supposed to Be. I thought I was gonna go another record, but Raj put that on for me in the whip, and I was like, oh, so this was your single from that? I had to steal it.
He executed that one. He definitely executed that one. He executed that one.
I had to steal it. See, I was going another route with the Gates, but I like this song a little bit more, and they're right where I'm supposed to be. So, the project's called I'm Too. The album has like 11 tracks on it. So Gates gonna give it to you. It's not too much, you know. Gates, he always gonna hit it out the park. So it ain't nothing new with that. So y'all definitely got to give that a listen. And then last, I'm gonna just go quick with Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca, y'all gotta understand, he's been consistent. We talked about him a while back, but he's coming off his last project, Plan A. But the song I like from him, he put out a single, it's called Dark Thoughts. It kind of did get shadowed through the Cardi drop. But like I said, Lil Tecca, he's consistent and he keeps that music coming to you. Because right now, that song's currently number 3 on Spotify's top 50 chart. So y'all just gotta understand where he's at, you know, doing that stuff, like going with the melodic lane, the pop to the hip hop. He can do all those genres. So I keep him in my tuck. I keep him in my playlist. So I'm adding him for ours, you know. But that's all I got for my Tastemakers pick, yo.
We appreciate that, Twin. I hopefully episode 5 got y'all through the week. I got to remind y'all got to tune in weekly so y'all can keep in tune with these playlists, because we give y'all new artists. We like to give y'all new artists, but we also throw in great singles that already previously dropped as well, you know, going back
for sure.
years. So make sure to just tune in every week. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Cash Brothers. You know, y'all heard of the Splash Brothers. This is the Cash Brothers. Go ahead and shout out Little Keed and Little Got It. This is a new single that came out. This was teased, again, unreleased about 2 years ago.
So this was in the tuck.
This was teased unreleased, and I enjoyed it. I loved the cadence. They went back and forth. As Got It, as you know, Got It, I've got put on to Got It first from Bricks in the Attic, and then I got listened to Lil Key's music as well. Okay. You know, when they did perform out in LA about a year or so ago, I went to the concert. Me and Zay went to the concert. So it was cool seeing Got It perform. I went to see B Slime as well. He got a few tracks with Lil Keed as well. So that was another artist from the YSL camp that I got to hear live. So I enjoyed both of them.
But that's cool you said that was an unreleased joint, because he recently spoke about how he had to get into Got It. He had to get into Key's hard drive.
Yeah, okay.
So he recently
so they bro, they definitely got a lot of collaborations in the tuck. So I definitely want to anticipate more music 2025. You know, we talk about all the singles that we are anticipating. When this came out, that made me remind of all the tracks that they have in the tuck. Like you said, they're probably getting out of the hard drive. So we're definitely looking forward to more music. Make sure to add this one to your playlist. And we're going to go ahead and get into the next one. It's our man from ATL.
Okay.
Money Man. We're going to go ahead and throw Money Man out there. Yes, sir. Money Man out of here with Little Yee and Little Bean. And with this one, it was cool because this is Money Man's single off of his new album, Insomnia. So I enjoyed this one. His last album, Zaytoven, had a nice production on this one.
I fucked with that.
Yeah, Zaytoven had production. I want to shout out Ghazi. You know, Ghazi from Empire.
Yeah.
He played a part in production on this whole tape.
Ooh.
So mixing, he played production, and Ghazi, he is a music engineer. So it was cool to see that, and we see a lot of Money Man's interviews. He speaks on the relationship with him and Ghazi. So I felt as though that was cool that he allowed him to be part of his project. I feel like that kind of maybe speaks on their relationship even currently as the Empire label head. But also want to note Bean. This is my first time hearing Little Yee and Little Bean. Little Yee, he's a artist coming from California, so he's local as well. I thought that was dope that Money Man got him on the track, because I feel like Money Man supports the California rap scene.
Okay.
And just California in general. You know, he talks about it in some of the free game that he gives in his music, you know, going to Cali, and even just ATL as far as that. But I want to shout out Lil Bean. Lil Bean, I believe, is signed to Empire as well. So it's cool that they were able to connect definitely artists on the label on this project. So I wanted to go ahead and throw that one on the list, especially since we've been listening to Money Man since like Money Man Perry and all them old throwback tracks. So that was cool that his new tape came out and we were able to get a track to vibe to. And my last one is going to be I Hit the Road, and that's going to be with Shawnee Bin Laden. I already told y'all about the Grinsters, and then it seems like they're putting out more music 2025. I definitely want to hear some more music with Big Yaya. These are some names that we're going to definitely just throw out on the pod as we continue to curate these playlists. But definitely make sure to check out our list on Apple Music and Spotify to get y'all through the week.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. You know, I'm going to start mine off with Tell Me by Key Rich. You know, unfortunately, Key Rich had, you know, passed away, you know, LA rapper. But add that to your playlist. Tell Me, Key Rich. And I'm also going with another LA rapper, Big Sad 1900. Not the same. It's just the whole album that he recently dropped was fire. False Narrative. Are you laughing over there?
I'm laughing at Raw.
Yeah, but you know, and my last is Can't Hide It by Lil Durk and Janae Aiko.
Ooh.
Yeah, fire song. I'm waiting for that project to drop March 28th. I'm praying it doesn't get pushed back. I'm praying it doesn't get pushed back because I need that album to come out. So I need to sit here and listen to Lil Durk. You know, you guys go ahead and listen to it and just let me know how you like it.
Like we said, the Tastemakers playlist, the links will be down below. All right, give that a listen.
Make sure to check it out on Apple Music and Spotify. But Jay, I'm getting right back to you because you mentioned we got a pushback. Are we anticipating that for this Little Durk album?
Hell yeah, bro. It's always this is probably like the 4th, 5th time it got pushed back.
Now we got to talk about the logistics, brother. Now you said March 28th, and if you go back a pod, Jay had already mentioned the release of this album. So it seems like this has been on your radar for a minute right now.
You said they pushing this back.
I need it. I'm hoping, so I hope I'm speaking on it. I'm trying to speak it into existence for it to release.
So I'm not gonna even hold you like too much on it, but so like when they first dropped the introduction on the tape, do you remember how many singles were like available for the fans when it first, like the first tape kind of hit Apple Music?
Yeah, it was only like 3. It was Optimistic. Or Opportunist, no, my fault. Opportunist, and then there was a song with Honcho and one other song. I can't tell you the song, but it was only 3. But now I think there's like 5.
Okay.
I feel like what Durk is just doing is, I mean, it's just promo shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? March 20, he just dropped a song. March 28th is going to get pushed back.
Okay.
Then he's going to say another date, then he's going to drop one more song, and then it's going to get pushed back again. I feel like he not really going to drop that shit until he's out of jail.
And I agree with you on that point, only because he is not in full control of the songs being pushed. The team is in control right now.
He gave the team power. Y'all heard the snippet. I mean, that's why he called in and checked in on the team. Y'all, I like he's sending them the track list. They put out the track list already, so I'm gonna take the other side. I think I was on the stands last week that it was pushing it back, but it seems like he's actually rolling it out now.
But are we gonna get music videos behind it? I feel like that's gonna make this album more powerful. The music videos.
I mean, if they have one in the tuck for, like you said, the previous 4 songs, if they did something for that, then yeah. Because I mean, you seen with Janae Aiko, the Janae Aiko record, they put a little, they did a little promo behind
a little
that.
teaser with that.
I mean, with the album, with the features, they can definitely put out the music video as far as like an awareness video. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I haven't heard the whole song in totality with Janae Aiko. I believe that's one of the newer release ones.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of artists, even behind incarceration, they put out music videos, and it's kind of more so a message. You know what I mean? It's like awareness, and whatever they may be talking about in the song is like him in the, it's just a representation of Lil Durk without him being in the music video. But obviously Jhené Aiko would be in the music video.
Durk's sticking to the music. He ain't putting out no representation, because that's a statement on his part. So.
I'm just talking about awareness, like just more as awareness. And I mean, rappers do that all the time.
No, I back you up on that, because he changed his cover art. He changed his cover art already. The first cover art was him, just rising up and has his hand out like this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And had the big ass moon right there. But now it's different. He's just in jail with a whole bunch of writing, got his back tattooed and everything, and he got his Allah rug under. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I agree with you on that aspect of just, it may just, the music videos need to come out for it to do better than, just hearing the song. Like, they need to see Durk, you know what I'm saying? And, like, all the rappers just show how they live in, they life, they chains and shit like that. People gravitate towards that. So
yeah. And I would want to see a T Grizzly collaboration on this tape. And the only reason why
it's not there, the track list out.
Oh, the whole track list is already out?
Yeah, the only features on there is Lil Baby, Jhené Aiko, we got Huncho, and then he's gonna give us a Future record.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was just only speaking to T Grizzly because he did show support at Rolling Loud, and I thought maybe they didn't solidify the track list just yet, and maybe we could have got some additional features. But I guess they turned the album in.
I mean, they got time, so they got to the end of the week. Realistically, if they want to do alterations, if Durk does call in, so I'll give you a little room with that. So maybe, but for the real fans, y'all know we already got that. We got the Durk and
T Grizzly.
We got the Durk and Grizzly project already.
Yeah, we want to Blood Us too. Is that possible?
Do the
fans want that? Do the fans want that? Yeah. Let me reword that.
We don't want a project, but we want some singles.
You want a single?
We want some singles. We don't want a project.
I'll probably take like a
Durk right now.
I'll probably take like a 5-song playlist. You know what I'm saying? A little 5-song EP. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that, but I wouldn't say a long, like just a full album of that. You know what I'm trying? I mean, the first song that he had with what was that song that we used to always crank? It was T Grizzly and Lil Durk. I forgot it, but we used to always the song. We had a song on there that we just used to always.
That's a song on there.
Yeah, no, song on there. It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
It's just a song on there.
That was the song, but yeah, he had a bunch of different records on there. I want to say,
it was Melody.
Oh, Melody. Okay.
That was, now if I get something like that,
y'all gravitated towards that cadence on the tape.
Yes, I did.
I love I truly love. Look, y'all have to. I wish we had the Paul way back when, because I used to tell everyone, like, Durk. I was a Durk fan, bro. Like, I was telling people before the rise, before the Drake feature, like, I knew when it was coming. So it's sad to see all of this going on right now, but I hope the music, he just delivers this to us. I'm pretty sure the fans are they're going to eat this up. His numbers are only going to go up. So like you said, adding the videos to it, it's only going to be a double factor on it and just pushing what he's trying to do right now.
Yeah, man, we definitely want to get this tape. It seems like Jay's very excited for it. So
yes,
as we continue to push to as we continue to push towards March 28th, we will see if we are gonna get the full body of work.
Yeah, we'll see. We bought it like it's March Madness. See, we was going to put our little sports little joint together, but we decided to do something different with the Sweet 16. Actually, go ahead, Raj. Tell them what we gonna do.
So for our Sweet 16 bracket, we decided to not do basketball, but to bring in rap CEOs. I teased it in another episode on air, and I just wanted to go ahead and let the people know that we have started building this bracket. And what you're going to expect in the bracket is some of our favorite rap CEOs. I'm talking Lil Wayne,
Lil Bibby,
Jay-Z.
We're not going to give you everything, but I need everyone to be interactive with at the Daily Face Pod so you can continue to choose your bracket as we continue to put it out every week.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to win.
April 6th is going to be the championship date. April 6th, let me double head and check. No, April 7th. April 7th is going to be the championship date. So I need everyone to be interactive as we give you guys these top CEOs. And when I talk about CEOs, these are musicians who decided to go into another path and really build up other artists, build a lane, for other artists to create. So this is going to be an interesting bracket, and it's going to be our first interactive with everybody and all the listeners. So make sure to continue to just tune in and stay active, Car Fam.
Yeah, we definitely going to drop that on Instagram for y'all. Y'all going to find out I'm going to win, though. I think I'm going to win. It work like that, though, right? I win. I can win. Y'all going to lose.
Yeah, now you can win. Like if it's a whole bracket thing, it'll just be everybody just going, the CEOs just going against each other.
Do I get money? Are we putting money up?
I mean, if you want to, shit. 100?
Yeah.
100?
I'm not putting anything up for this bracket, but when we do put out the final list, I think I'm going to have a good chance of winning. I'm pretty solid in my bracket right now, so I'm definitely eager to see how everything finishes out.
He going to have something dumb. He going to have like Suge Knight.
But the goal of it is for the listeners to interact. The listeners is to interact. We want you guys to interact. We want to hear what you think when you get that final list so we can all come together and find a winner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gonna figure it out together. All right. Raising Canaan, episode 3. Talk to me now.
It was a good episode. A lot of shit going on.
Was it really though?
I say that it was a good episode. There was a lot of shit going on. It was just Juke is just a whole different Juke trying to change it up.
Like you said, a little bit.
I think it was a parallel between Juke and Marvin. If you really look at this episode, you really see the growth development between father and daughter. Not only has Marvin grown as a father, but I feel like Juke has grown to appreciate Marvin as her father.
That's her daddy now.
Yeah,
her father.
I think you hit that. I think this is a family episode because at the end, mother speaking, whole family together. Like you get, it's a family episode. Episode 3. If you guys had a chance to watch it, it was hectic. I actually said the reverse of what would actually happen on episode 3. I thought that Neek was going to smoke Little Cuz.
John definitely had the reverse. So John thought Marvin was going to be blamed for the death of the nephew who stole. But instead, what ended up happening, Neek went and killed his uncle and his aunt. So it's a really crazy dynamic that they got right here. But I feel like it just proves to show that we were right about Neek's blood rage.
I told y'all he was related to Quan. They was trying to. I told y'all, but I thought Neek wasn't going to kill him. He ended up doing it, but
in this episode, you see Marvin's growth of just how they killed
Uncle Marvin.
Yeah, Uncle Marvin. They killed the mom and the dad, and now they had a little kid. The mom and the dad had a little kid, and you see Marvin was hurt about it. Just heard about it because he could just put himself in that shoes because he has a kid as well. But he went over there, seen the little kid, gave her some money, gave him his number. Just if you ever need anything, call Uncle Marvin. Whatever.
And I feel like
need.
that was part of Marvin's definitely end of that chapter because Marvin was messing with that dude because
the snitch.
Because he really wanted to do better at that time. At that time, he was teetering between good and evil. And I feel like once that incident happened, he was able to just take that step forward and transition to the person he wanted to become. And that's and it's showing in this episode. Like Marvin ultimately wants to do the right thing, but the street life sadly comes with a price, and that's just business. You know, they've been doing what they've been doing so long that they have to live by these certain codes. Yeah. And Rock being his sister and his manager, his boss, it's a real thin line he can
Rock
cross.
Keeping tabs on him. What's the lawyer guy? He got smoked because before he got smoked, he told him, you know, the FBI's on him. They just seen Mark come. They just seen him. You coming out the crib with Stefano. What's going on with that? She told Marvin about it. He said wrong person. So Marvin still want to cap about the game. So
yeah,
something gonna go wrong with that.
Marvin
something gonna go wrong with that. He don't want to tell Rock the truth. Stefano said that he don't like to mix the business, and he was like, you know, make sure you can keep that clean on that side, because I don't want Rock bullshit. But I don't know. That's gonna get tricky. Get tricky. And you see Lou
was letting it go. You know,
Lou got B-Rilla. They got them.
Lou closed his rehabilitation chapter. It seems like they didn't want Rock to know about what happened with Lou while he was in rehab, and I feel like
him going through everything,
that he went through, and I feel like Rock ultimately was there not only to support Lou, but to see where his head was, to see if he was ready to get back in the game. Like Rock, ultimately, her hidden agenda is how many soldiers do I have available?
She's a Viper.
Yeah,
she's a Viper.
That's what you saw as well when you were watching that scene.
Exactly that.
But also too, you got to see where Lou set himself up. He was like, you know, sis, I owe you one. You know when you tell Rock
that's what he said. No, but she said we good as long as you're straight. But that's the Rock. That's the Rock manipulation.
Yeah,
is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, she's just, you know her. She's just gonna play like she on your side. Mm-hmm. Now when shit hit the fan and she needs something,
so she gonna build you up for herself, not you.
No,
but she'll disguise it and dress it up.
Yeah, Rock is a savage.
You gotta be careful with those type of people.
I'm trying to tell you. So
hey,
episode 3 was fire. Lou got some shit. Just working. You know, he got B-Rilla that advance.
I did like he got B-Rilla advance. Before we get into that, how do we feel about Power introducing all of these woke moments this episode?
Oh, this being the DI
straightforward,
episode.
Just straightforward. We got about 7 minutes, I would say, of screen time in different areas throughout the episode of just woke moments. I don't think we received this yet in the writing of Raising Kanan. Obviously, we've been getting a lot of more woke moments with Juke coming out, especially her fighting adversity in the military. I guess battling that in the military. So, how do we feel just about them including those subjects as they did in the show?
I wasn't mad at it, but I knew as I was watching real time, I was being fed a program.
Okay.
I'm not saying I hate the agenda, but I knew I was being fed issues.
I feel like during the A&R situation, definitely they
try to bring.
They carried that on. They carried that conversation on for a long period, and for it to be on the premise of B-Rilla going there to get money. Like getting advance.
He got a blank check.
I'm just curious. You know, we talk about a lot of music, and maybe rappers who stumble upon this audio, like, what is the process of getting that advance money? Like, you know, I'm talking about a fresh, new, hot artist, right? You know, in their situation, in their current state.
Yeah.
They get that A&R. Now they're at that meeting with that label head. What is that conversation like? Like, give me my money? Like, what is that conversation? Is it be realer? Or is it more just a calm sense, like, you know, taking the necessary steps? Or is it just, I need to get there?
I mean, you see, if you go the be realer route, you're not getting shit.
But B-Rilla got his route.
And B-Rilla ended up with his coin.
But that's with the A&R, with Lou Thomas. If you go the B-Rilla route, give me my money, fuck you, pay me, you're not getting shit. He wasn't giving him nothing at first. We already got you out of jail. We already paid your label fees. We paid your album. You're not recouping us any money right now. No, you wasn't without the Lou Thomas, without the A&R. So that's why you say the business, when you have to have your business intact. That's why these A&Rs, they'll get you for your money, because what? If you might have brought me into the door with you, but you wasn't gonna get half this shit without me. You weren't doing nothing. You was just a guy in jail with a record. Go ahead.
And he still hasn't been making no music, none at all. Hasn't hit the studio. Hasn't done none of that. All I have seen with episode 3 is B-Rilla sleeping on Lou's couch. That's all I seen.
Dirty ass boy.
Like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? If you just coming fresh out of jail, you need to give me some more energy. Go to the studio.
He worried about Famous record.
Yeah, like you worried about somebody that already dipped. You know.
So one of the theories I have going on, seeing that scene, is a little tension with B-Rilla and Seinfeld. So one of the theories I just want to go ahead and throw out is Seinfeld possibly being killed by B-Rilla, and not only B-Rilla hiding the whole situation, but making Lou an accomplice and taking Lou back into the game, back into the life.
So that's your switch, because at first you had it.
That'd be a crazy switch.
You had Lou because Raj had Lou getting into the streets through B-Rilla, right? But you thought it was going to be through the product at first. So now this is the way to get him back into the streets.
This is the way. This is a situation that is out of Lou's control, just only to him trying to do right and change.
I could see it happening, same as the rap battle situation, but I just don't think, same thing how I don't like Garcia just getting deaded immediately. Like, it's just not going to be interesting. Like, it's good. Like, we like what's going on for Lou right now. So I just feel like it's shutting down what Lou's trying to do in the overall scheme of things. Because if we get Seinfeld out, like, then that chapter is going to close on the A&R business, you know? Ultimately, like, Lou's at label level right now. He ain't just indie right now. He's at the major right now. So if all that happens, he back at the label. He back at the indie. I mean, working with Famous Sister. Like, you ain't getting out of Rock's thumb and shadow all that with just that. Like he said, the work still has to be continued. So
the work has to be continued, and the hunt for Famous continues. We seen Juke already vouch for Famous. I already told you one of my beliefs is Kanan's growth is killing Famous, and obviously Kanan sees Famous as a snitch right now. So it's interesting what is going to happen when Famous returns back to town. That's the big question. What's going to happen? We already understand that Famous knows everything about Rock's business, about Marvin, about a lot of important pieces. And
he come back to town, he getting smoked.
Rock's not going to let him live, right?
He's getting smoked.
Oh,
bro.
You think Rock's even... I think that's Kane. I think that's just Kanan.
No,
is that you have to understand, if Marvin is telling everybody that Kanan's talking, how is that news not hit Rock yet? And once that news hits Rock, is it in Kanan's control? You got to remember, Rock is the same person who sent Marvin to go kill. I forgot the dude's name, but the person with the lazy eye.
Yeah, okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Who
didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
And his name starts with an S. It's just, I just can't think of him right now. But that's the same person who...
Scrap.
Thank you, twin.
Scrap.
So
okay, yeah.
Lou was hurt by Scrap for so long. And that was something that was covered, lied about.
Die.
So why would Rock not do the same thing to protect her business and kill Kanan, and kill famous Kanan's best friend?
I give you that.
We seen the selfishness of Rock in the final episode, like John mentioned, when the family sit down dinner. We seen the final selfishness of Rock. With her mother being announced having cancer, on the brink of death, terminal cancer. Rock turns it and makes everything about herself. He makes everything about herself.
You gonna bring us
got me here for?
What you got?
And you already
knew,
know.
And she looked at Kanan. You knew.
Yeah, and you already know what Rock's gonna say when she smokes famous. This is exactly what she going. This is some Rock shit.
Oh no! So you think Rock's gonna smoke famous, or you go with Kanan?
She's gonna be involved in some aspect of this.
All right, but
she's gonna call the hit. So she's gonna be like, yeah, he was a snitch. He had to go. So that's what, with her is just everything that she just says. He had to go. He's getting a little too messy. He got to go. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do the same thing with what's his name? The guy that was on the bike. The Asian guy that came pulled in.
And he did?
No, for the last episode, the Asian guy that pulled in, Rocks Connect.
Oh, Quan.
Quan, he's going too. He's gonna get up out of here.
I mean, Rock wants to be the plug,
and it's for her to be the plug. She got to take out Quan. So she gonna kill. They gonna kill off Quan.
They already introduced a new connect. They found a new connect.
Exactly.
We haven't met him yet, but they introduced it.
And I would say probably the next episode or two, he'll start coming into light. We'll see who the plug is, but Rock, she's trying to do her little slimy thing. They upped the price on her. He's disrespectful as shit. So yeah, he got to go.
So they're gonna figure all that out through Joaquin.
Yeah, you already heard what she said. You over here, you keep telling me shit, acting like I'm supposed to agree with you. So but you already know.
But to double down, that the family dinner scene, that was just bad business. That was just bad. Kanan, he did good. He kept his mouth shut. He kept his word. I like that for grandma.
But do you think when Kanan at the end, when he had that face of just shock, or that's just had that look, do you think that he was kind of thinking like, damn, like my mom only acting like this because she hurt? She's trying to hide her hurt that her mom is, finna die, or him just thinking, damn, my mom's an asshole?
I think just the asshole, because Kanan can't see. He don't see as bad as they portray Rock to be. She is a good mother, but he don't see that side of that part. Like how we was watching the episode when they was out before they walked into the house. They was arguing outside because Rock got the letter from CCS because Kanan ain't going to school. So Rock trying to teach. Rock already accepted. All right, you doing this. You're not doing good things. You outside with me. Okay, you're learning the game. That's cool. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to help you whatever way it is. I don't want you to go down. I'm getting money. I want you to get money too. Whether you're going to do it by yourself, you're going to have to learn. But I'm with it, okay? But we can do this, but go to school. You can go to private school. You can be an intellectual. You can do all these things. So she's trying to teach him to do that type of stuff too. But Kanan, he don't look at that stuff like that. Like, what?
You got me in the streets.
You got me fucked up. I'm gonna be a drug dealer. Like, yeah. I'm not going to school. You have this mixed up. But he don't understand just how how Jamie was trying to do Tariq.
I was just about to say that. That's why I was saying in the aspect of I look up to Ghost a little more because Tariq selling drugs and still in school.
Tariq said he can. Still a straight A student. Both. Kanan ain't. Kanan, I don't know. But to all of that is just like he not gonna. He can't see Rock like that. He can't see the hurt in that. So yeah, she was hurt, but.
Y'all bring up a good point though. Maybe that is the part of the growth that we see in the later Power series. Why Kanan ends up gravitating towards Tariq. he had the things that he couldn't possess when he was younger.
Yeah.
Like y'all mentioned, he was able to be at Stanfield, be able to go to school,
Straight A
and still
student.
be able to balance the street life. So, I mean, at that time, Tyreek wasn't the best at it.
No, he was
wasn't
not.
the best at it, but
he was getting through though.
he was. But
He was getting through.
Getting into the next teaser, we seen the trailer of episode 4. A little predictions going into the next episode. I feel like Crystal foreshadowed a lot of what we're gonna get in episode 4, being so she seen Neek. And Neek was at Kanan's doorstep.
I'm with you on that.
Neek's at
Baby
Kanan's
mom?
doorstep. Yeah, Chris,
Okay,
that's Kanan's baby mom. So
she told him beforehand he didn't understand the warning.
yeah. And part of that episode, we also seen in episode 3 that Neek infiltrated the spot.
The midget.
He infiltrated the spot.
Your little corns and what's his name? Corns and hot.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. So going into episode 4, are we gonna have Neek cleaning house? All the people that he felt as though wronged him before his so-called death?
No, I feel like Neek is just. I feel like he's gonna do a couple more killings. That's for sure. But he's gonna do that for sure. But I feel like he's gonna pop out. You seen in the trailer, I'm the king. They need to know that the king is back. So he went over there, gave the little bread to his baby mama. Like I told you, put it in the mailbox.
Okay.
So now Neek's about to go back out. Show his face, get back to this work, get this paper.
So you have him showing his face.
I got him showing his face.
Okay.
The first, either the next or the next episode after that, I got him showing his face, cause how in one of the teas he came in and the homie that was taking care of him, right? Taking care of him, making sure he was straight. He
and
pulled out a strap in him.
Marvin also gave him money as well.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't know that Neek was part of the robbery.
So Brody gonna tell Marvin Neek's back. He gonna come with that bread.
He gonna double up.
He gonna double up. You know what he said? Hit me if you hear anything about it. He gonna hit him. I need that bread though. That's why Neek's about to come. Pull out that strap.
And that's gonna be the end of that.
You playing both sides. So you know they my enemy. So why you playing with why you telling them I'm back and all that? But I feel like they'll know. Like Rock is gonna know before Marvin knows, and Marvin gonna hit that call. Neek's back, and she gonna be like, I know. Yeah, that's how it usually always play out.
Nah, that's definitely a great theory. BMF also got teased, as
In
y'all
Mexico.
seen, for June 6th.
Mexico.
So we're getting the last season in Mexico.
I didn't like it though.
I honestly like the trailer. The trailer looked action packed.
It looked like a movie.
That's what I'm saying.
It seems like this probably final season, if it is the final season 4, is just gonna be more so what the viewers want to see. I don't think this is gonna be more so story based. This might not be as far as story filled, where episode to episode we're building up for a crazy finale. I think they're just gonna give us great, probably 7 to 8 episodes of just like action and what we want to see as far as BMF being represented.
Yeah, because I fell off of the last.
You didn't really get to finish the last series.
I made sure to finish that.
It was solid. They
right.
hit some notes there. They had some cameos.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But the thing is though, like Mexico, like they took it out to Mexico, and I'm just like, all right. And now you fighting with the cartel. Like, why you getting down with the cartel?
I feel like that's just probably the close or the most what they can feel with this season. Since it's being speculated it's the last season, maybe that's where they just wanted to go ahead and push towards. But the date is supposed to be June 6th. That's definitely another series that we can try to anticipate for and bring our theories, because like we said, season 1 and season 2 was something that we're a part of as far as when the BMF series rolled out.
Yeah, and you got to do your due diligence and go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. The first
you got to go back and watch it.
The first season I like is just, we just got a little rocky toward the end. But I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna tune in.
All right, y'all. I mentioned a discussion in the beginning of the podcast, and I wanted to discuss about navigating life transitions. And not small life transitions. I'm talking about major life transitions.
Like, are you talking about like careers, breakups, or just anything that happens in major life?
Yeah, like let's just say whether it's changing careers, moving to a different place. I'll even go ahead and say, yeah, a breakup, a serious relationship, just major life transitions. And I want to discuss with you guys how those transitions shape us all.
I want to say, I have a little goal too to accomplish with this life transition. One of my goals was to move to Seattle. To move out to Seattle and just live my life out in Seattle. I feel like it would do a big change to me because I'll speak the truth. I hate California. Like California,
why do you hate California?
I hate California.
I would have to say, like, just abruptly, I would say probably one of my life changes that changed me and really shaped me is moving to California, moving to Southern California. At the age that I did, I feel like that is one of those decisions that allow me to bet on myself early and really change my headspace as far as what I was capable of doing and not able doing, but capable of doing.
It's just on my standpoint of just where I just don't see, my life here.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I don't see my life here as California. Yes, California is a beautiful place. It is, it's not what everybody make it seem to be, to just like, oh yeah, you come to California. It's, it's supposed to be like that. I've been through everywhere in California, and I can say that it's all right.
What you trying to run off to Washington for?
Because I just want to. I personally, in my eyes, I don't want to sit here and have to work my whole life just to sustain, just living. You know what I'm saying? Here,
a work lifestyle balance. I understand.
What I'm saying?
That.
Like, here is expensive. It's only going to get more expensive. It's overpopulated. They have a lot.
They're waiting. I feel like definitely things are going to get more expensive since so many people were impacted by those tragic fires. I feel like those crazy tycoons, they're just waiting to up all the rent.
Yes.
They're waiting. They've been allowing people to recover, but I already know in mid-June, even maybe sooner, even with the tariffs being, people starting to be impacted by that, they're gonna definitely start just raising the median at rent in the areas, in all the areas in California.
100%. I just, like my thing is though, you could have one of the best careers in California and it still could just never be enough of just, just living wise. So, I just don't want to go into living life of just having to, keep having to work, keep having to, do this or do that to just make sure I'm straight and make sure my future and my future family is good too. Like, I want it to a point to where, I don't have to work too much. I can spend time with what I want to do, go travel, go spend time with, like if, when I have a future family to have, to be able to have that, that leeway of just, okay, I worked, I got everything out the way. Now I can just be with my, my family and stuff like that. Here is more of like how you want to say? I would say it's more of like the city life over here, and I'm not really a city type of dude. Like everybody go out, do this, do that, and all that. I'm just not that type of dude.
So in Seattle, thinking about Seattle, are you thinking more as like city life? So you're trying to get away from the city life and more so. But listen though, would you like to be more so in a local town?
I would like to be more on a local town.
Rural.
Like really though, bro. If I had a choice, I would like to be somewhere where it's just 1,000 people and everybody know each other, and that's just that. Like, that's the type of life I want.
That seemed like a nightmare.
Honestly, I'm more of like a laid back, chill type of guy. Like, wake up every single morning and have a nice ass view. I could go out to my patio, eat my breakfast out in a nice ass view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of guy to just where, you only live once. I'm not really all into the city shit, going out to the bars, clubs and shit. I don't want to do that shit. So, I'd rather just, be somewhere to where my eyes can see something that I ain't never seen before.
I respect that, dog. So now you moved. We know you came from Virginia. You moved to California. Now you want to move to Washington. Can you let us know how you feel like that next experience, that next journey will be able to shape you?
At that point though, I feel like it would shape me because now I'll just be all on my own for real. Like, I have my dad's side that live out here in California. So, I'm always stable in some aspect of just, if shit hit the fan, I always got somewhere to go. Not like on y'all end to where, y'all don't really have nowhere to go. Y'all got to make sure y'all get this shit every single day. You know what I'm saying? Me, I will personally just be on my own of just living life and having to make sure like I can't, go run back and make sure, to just go. I could just stay here. I could just go there. So I feel like it will help me grow as a person, and it'll help me grow as the human being and the man that I'm supposed to be. Just having to stay here, make sure everything is good, make sure everything is right. Just that me moving to Virginia me moving to California from Virginia, it was a hard, movement.
But it's what you wanted to do at the end of the day.
I
respect you for coming out here.
And I was happy to say that I got my brothers to follow me, moving to California.
Yeah.
We got up out of Virginia.
Got up out of VA. Y'all came. That's one thing. See, a lot of people don't know that, especially on my end. I keep it. I be low key, bro. I stay to myself. That's just how I am. I like that shit. But yeah, a lot of people still don't know to this day. Probably now, but we've been out Cali for about what we was talking about. We
probably like 4 years now, bro.
So we've been out here for a little minute. So yeah, leaving home, doing all that. I will say that I get it. It's big, and like you said, at the time we didn't really have nobody out here but each other, and we made the situation. We made the ups and downs work with it all, but. Yeah, it gets tricky. It gets tricky, but I think I still like Cali. I mean,
Cali's. I feel like Cali is a place that you just you live somewhere else, but it's just a place that you just come through and you just visit for like 2 weeks or something.
But now it's the hub that does it for me because it's just a little bit of everything. Like it's always something. It's something in LA. It's something in OC. We in LB or we go to HB. So we go out of if we want to take a trip, Big Bear. We want to do it's some it's some and the
everything. Seasons all you get all 4 seasons too. So California is a great place. Don't get me twisted with that though. But it's just somewhere that I don't necessarily see myself. Just planning my standpoint at.
But I get you trying to transition out of it. So I don't knock that for you. I guess what you it just becomes what the time you would say is just the time you've been here. I guess you've seen a little bit more.
And you always knew me though in my life though. I always been the type of guy to just get up and go. I used to always been that type of guy to just get up and go and just I was never scared to sit here and just go. I was in some aspect of leaving Virginia because at some point though I had to leave my sisters, my grandma, my grandpa, and my bros too at that. So
I ain't let them leave for a year. I
so you know what I'm saying? It held me back for a cool little minute, but that was kind of straight in the process of just having to sit here and talk to you guys and telling y'all, let's make this move. Let's move to y'all move to California. Let's go do this and let's go do that. And shit, we did it though.
But that shit be fucking me up now. Raj, you be going back a little bit more than us, like going back and forth from VA. But that should be getting.
Last year, I realized the importance of just going home more frequently. Life is short, and I feel as though time is something you can't get back, and that just gets more apparent as you get older. So definitely, like this year, I've been able to travel more, which is cool, and it allows me to see that I haven't seen the world, and I haven't seen different cultures, which I'm enjoying experiencing. You know, coming from Northern Virginia and just allowing to just be open to see just different perspectives is definitely enjoyable right now in at the age I'm at. And really a goal that I personally set is to really just see all 50 states. I would really enjoy seeing all 50 states and trying to take something from it. I love food, so I always try to enjoy the cuisine in every different state I'm at and try to at least connect in that culture in that way just through food alone, for sure.
Yeah, and you know, I'm on this standpoint now, just you know, just at the age of where we at though. I just don't want to get too comfortable at one place to where, you know, maybe I could have a better opportunity here. Maybe it may not even be Seattle though. It might just be somewhere to where I could just go visit and I'm just like, damn, yeah, no, this is a place I could stay at, you know, for a long ass time.
And your next journey, so your next journey, what you're saying is something that you want to bet yourself on.
Damn right. So, you know, because at that point though, I won't have, you know, to just sit here and call Twin. You know what I'm saying? Twin, this, and that. Or I won't have Ross to just, this, and that. Or, you know, my grandma, or, you know, my family members. I don't got none of that at that point. All I could do is just go visit. You know, at that standpoint, though, I would just be betting on myself because, you know, it's something that I want to do, to just branch out and just start a new life somewhere else. Like, I always like when I go start off somewhere fresh and don't nobody know me. Like, that's one thing that I
like the Alias.
You like starting over. You like starting from scratch.
Over. Like, because then now it's just like, I started
It's hard
over.
for some people, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
that means you're outgoing.
Yeah, it's always been like that my whole life, though. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that. Like, I never really had, like, a full place to just be like, yeah, nah, this my home. Like, so it's just like, I'm always just like, if I had the choice right now, yeah, I'm always the type of guy to just grab my bags and dip. Like, that's just, and you know me, that's just how I always been. So, you know,
if I could go home right now, I'd do it. Cause I get all this shit you saying, like, yeah, I mean, it just the balance between it all, just figuring out what you want to do, and just like, for me, it gets tricky. Like, I be sitting here, like, I be looking at my niece grow up,
and we got a niece now too, fool. Like, and you just, yeah,
like, that shit just be weird. It hit different. So yeah, but like,
and then you're always so scared of just the simple fact that you going back home and you're and our niece is just grown up and she just don't know you.
She don't.
Like, she don't. And she's just like, or my little nephew, where he's just, you know, he just don't know. He don't know his uncle for real. So it's just like, you know, just those type of standpoint of just like, and just relationship wise of just family members of just, you can't really just go and just speak to them whenever you please. Like, you can't just open the door and be like, oh, what's up?
But that's why you gotta, like, I mean, you do gotta make those calls. Like, I'm really bad at it. I mean, y'all know me, bro. If y'all don't double text me, double call me, you might not get to me. But it ain't no bad thing. It's just, I'm just really bad at texting people, getting up. But like, that's a personal thing I know I gotta work on. But
yeah. And that's where I tell you that I don't want to live my life just having to work my whole life to just just maintain, because then you work your whole life, you just don't have time for the shit that you really want to have time for. Yeah. So it goes off just, you know, main is family and just, you just, you know, living life and stuff like that. Like, you got to see of just the standpoint of just working. Like, when have you really sat here and just had like just a day to just go out and just do the shit you want to go do?
But that's where you got to find a balance. Like, that's where we have to find, like, that be the issue I be having now, us doing the pod, working. We was sitting here, like, doing the, like, just doing the episodes, doing the clips, you know, just being active in everything. Like, that's work too.
That's what I'm saying. But like, just besides work or anything, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was good for my, you know, for my bro to just, you know, he's blessed to have the job that he has right now, to where he could go and travel and see the world and all of that stuff. Like, that's great and amazing for you.
Getting the content.
Getting the content, doing everything that you know, like that's just the thing about Raj though. That's just one thing I always just admire is just the ambition that he has to just where, you know, like he'll find something and it just seems so crazy, but then he just make it work in some aspect to just where he'll hit me and be like, yeah, nah, fool, I was just in Oregon. And I was just like, damn, what? And then the next following week, Vegas. Then the next week, Seattle. Like, I'm on like your wave right now to where we're young. I want to see the world. I want to see all 50 states.
I agree.
So, you know.
Just going on to that point, I feel as though piggybacking on major life transitions, California, at the age that we did transition and decided to move out here, allowed me to really pick up an entrepreneur mindset where I wanted to be in control of the decisions I made. And I've worked jobs where that isn't the case.
Yeah.
I've worked Amazon before where, you know, it's mentally draining.
Yep.
And the work balance is hard. It's hard. You know, if our listeners can understand, and if you ever had any experience or any brothers or family members who just work with Amazon or any type of warehouse position, y'all can understand that work-life balance is hard, and a lot of decisions is not in your hands. Being so, like, you have to choose. You can't do something because you have to work the next morning. And I feel as though California, one of the decisions that I decided was I wanted to just be in control in the decisions I made and be happy with them. So a lot of the choices I made, even in the workforce, I wanted that align with that, you know, in the things that I'm doing, just finding some type of happiness or in engagement in the things that I do. And that just goes to the part of like just hard work. And I want to transition into our next thing, which is going to be the impact of social media. And I want to really talk about how social media impacts or hinders. Does it impact positively or does it hinder like that personal growth that we talked about through these major life changes? Because, I mean, hard work is sometimes just is downplayed, especially now in social media. It's just it's all about just getting to the money, you know, but not necessarily the right way. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like it hinders me because I just never been a social media type of guy though. And it's just never really just been in my bag to just want to do, you know, to be part of the social media shit and all that. It's just, you know, it's just that shit just gets annoying to me. Like all the social media shit and, you know, all of that sort. It's just whatever to me with social media.
But nowadays it's necessary. Like in certain fields, like, I mean, we're in entertainment. A lot of I was hearing, you was hearing, I think it was Ayo Adavadi. I hope I'm not getting the actors wrong, but I think she was speaking about, I guess, like she's an actor, so when she gets casting and stuff like that, they don't even look at her portfolio. They're not going to look at her last work. They're looking at her Instagram. They check to see how many followers you have before you even get a role. So it's just like, it just shows you that, all right,
comparison culture.
Yeah, just, you know, your actual work resume, it doesn't amount to your social. So you're not having your Instagram or your Twitter, or you having it and you only got 60 followers, 100 followers. You might not get the gig, you know?
Yeah, no, that's not going to get you anywhere. Like, they want the people that has the, you know, 100,000, 300,000, 5 a mil, you know, shit like that. But it's just, I don't know. I would just, you know, probably say that. Well, not probably say, but I love the private life. So, you know,
I can second that.
Like, I love my private life. I don't want everybody all up in my business and giving they 2 cents about shit that I don't give a fuck about. So, you know, it's just that goes off just the shit that you hate, I don't give a fuck shit. So it's just, you know, you just can't drag me into doing that shit. It's just not me.
It's not so. It's not. I mean, I get you. It's a hard line. Like I have to balance that shit sometimes too. Like I don't be on. Like I have Instagram. I have all the pages, bro. But I only truly use it to doom scroll or I'm looking at information.
Yeah, you're just.
I don't truly be on Instagram like and being motherfucking shit. Being like I call Taylor sometimes. Like I'm like, how do I post this story? I don't know how to work that shit.
Tell me about it
all the way. Like I was an actor for like 4 years, bro. I was off social media for like that long. I mean, well, not posting and stuff like that. So I get what you mean by not.
I mean, it's
yourself
just
out there.
It's just
like
healthy
that.
though on that aspect of just you just don't want like you just don't like it's just too much shit going on in the world that is just for some people they see that shit and then it's too much for them. So
yeah, but
you know
but that's a reach for you if you putting yourself in this situation. You don't have an unhealthy relationship with it. So.
But some people aren't able to separate like that distorted reality in the sense of like only posting the good moments because that's the problem with social media. You only get the good moments. So a lot of times on the other end, the people who maybe are consuming this are taking this as the norm. And that's just the issue. I feel like that's just really prevalent. I mean, definitely with the younger generation, and that's probably one of the points I want to move into next, like jewelry and I guess cars and I guess all these different type of statuses.
Yeah, the blue check.
These are things that are obviously glorified when you go through Instagram. You like you said, you doom scrolling through Instagram. Even if you go through Twitter and all of these different social media platforms. So the question is like, is there a separation with that comparison culture? Is that supposed to be the set norm? Is social media supposed to be the set norm?
No, I don't think it's supposed to be the set norm though. Like I see a lot of fake shit on, Instagram and stuff like that. It's just a platform to just where people could just live a facade life and they just live a facade just
I won't say facade.
Facade, yeah, bro. Like it is. Like, you got everybody, bro. You got the dudes out there just always fronting. You always got the dudes out there always fronting.
I mean, people do that, but that's just to garner. That's just to garner the thing that social media gives at the end of the day. Like you get. Having social media, you get some of those. I wish I was Severance, so I'll give you a reference. But you get some of those, like those feelings of happiness, those joys, those affirmations from doing the scroll, getting the engagement, getting a like. People commenting and engaging with you. So you get a sort of happy-go-lucky feeling with that when you doing all that stuff. So like, I like people do the fake shit, but like you got to understand those platforms are invented to sell you something. I'm here to show you people don't show, like you were saying, people don't show the bad side of social media. They show you your good day. Yeah, I'm going to post me and my best fit. I'm going to show you when my hair looks good, my shit, everything right. I'm not going to show you me looking dusty with my black.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's not
and doo-doo stains on your armpits.
But the thing is though, bro, that's not the real you. That's just what I'm saying though. Like,
but it's not. I mean, I guess, but that's where you kind of have to find a separation because it's not saying you wouldn't say just because, okay, I put my best fit on today. I put my dress fit. We got the good camera and I took a picture. Yeah. So that's saying I'm not being my realistic self as opposed to if I just woke up, take the picture, I look a little bit rough and we take it on the iPhone 4. I know I'm putting out a stylized, better version of myself. Yeah, but I don't think that's fake or I mean, I see what you're trying to say on that aspect though, but I'm just taking it on the aspect of that's just not you. Like if people do that stuff on Instagram to just make themselves feel good at the end of the day. That's just what it is. It's just the people in the comments that saying, oh, this, and that. It's just you do all that so you get the results that you want out of it. That's just what it is.
Like, so that's where I'm telling you where that's just not you. Like, you can't, like,
What do you say? What do you say to the people that is them though?
I mean,
That's
I
how
salute
they
them.
life. That's how they're living. They're not even trying to engagement form with you. They're just putting out what they want to put out.
I salute them, but like what Rod was saying, the social media is not like that nowadays. Everybody does the shit that he says. Everybody just sees the good moment on Instagram. You never really just see that anymore, or you see or just on Twitter and shit like that.
And I feel like when you do try to put out, the realest version of yourself, you have that hate culture in the comments,
judged.
and the hate culture in the comments, which is so prevalent, where they just trash you, from head to toe.
Yeah.
Like, so it's a hard balance. I definitely understand that, but I feel like just being authentic and putting out, I guess, your authentic thoughts is the best way to go about it.
Yeah, but my best way to go about it is I just stay away. I just don't do it.
I'm trying to get him engaged a little more.
I don't see. That's my thing though. It's just I can't be engaged in shit I don't give a fuck about. So it's just like, if I don't care, then like what you always say, if you don't care, you don't care. So I don't social media. I just don't like. Literally, my Twitter is only just for sport betting. That's just literally it, bro. That's literally what I use it for. That's only it.
I kind of had similar, like I just used mine. Well, I lost my original Twitter, but I had used mine just for when we was just heavy into sneakers and stuff. That's how I get drops,
that too. You know what I'm saying?
We get live updates. We get Shopify listings and stuff like that. So just staying track with all that. That's what I really used it to maintain for. But now with the pod and stuff, we just have to do an overall ending where we have to engage in social media. So we have to engage with y'all. So that's, of course, like, we have to create posts, we have to create clips and stuff like that. So us not exactly wanting to be on social media and stuff like that to the highest degree, I mean, that's just where we find, I personally find kind of confliction in that. But I mean, we do our best to always just give our, like you said, to give our real selves. We don't try to
so no clip forming.
No. We're yeah. Yeah.
Are we being fake?
Yeah.
But no, we give it to the people. But I mean, so we try to be ourselves.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
I enjoyed that discussion with y'all. I definitely want to continue to sit down and have these deep discussions as we try to navigate real life situations, real life talk, man.
It was a little bit of therapeutic.
That's what the segment should be. Therapy session.
Therapy
session. That should just be a good segue that we got going on.
Therapy.
I like he said segue.
Episode. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Well, that's episode 6, fellas.
Yes, sir. Episode 6, y'all.
Well, we had a good time today.
We had a great time.
We had a rough morning, but
yeah, yes, we
Make
did.
sure to check out the Bridge of the Gods, so y'all know what I was dealing with. Make sure to check it out. The Bridge of the Gods.
We're going to go ahead and sign out. My name is 00 Twin.
J Money.
It's a pleasure, man. Raj Car fam.
The Daily Face.
Yes, sir.
Woo woo.